Alright, I do believe I'm all set to go. Just need to make sure I have everything when it's in the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, just gotta make sure that audio's up to snuff. Yep. Everything is as it's supposed to be. So, it has been a long day here in this land known as Elpis. We were able to dig quite a bit into the main story this morning, and then we cleared off all the side quests this afternoon, and now this evening we are going to proceed to resume the main story because it has now reached level 87. So, let's see how things unfold as we continue to try and help Hermes deal with his plight and see how and the rest of the Asians such as Emmet and Hythlotius and all the others are gonna deal with this situation. And let's not forget little Meteon. Gotta figure out what's gonna happen to her too. So, greetings people of the world, Matthias Griffin back with you for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker live here on Twitch. Welcome to our last evening session of this weekend. And we are all set to go. So yeah, from darkness to light it would seem. It's time for us to be on our way. Just as soon as we can remember where Emmet and Hythlotius are. Yeah, Hythlotius has had a lot to ponder over the course of the day, but now it's time to speak with him again. Let's take on the level 87 main story quest entitled Travelers at the Crossroads. Hythlotius wishes to discuss plans for the remainder of your visits. Where to now? If there's anywhere you would like to visit before we leave, I should be glad to show you the way. Hermes has not yet outright refused his position with the convocation, merely postponed the decision. As such, I may well resume my assessments. If we cannot accompany him, then I will be content for myself with questioning his colleagues. Ever the pragmatist, then allow me to remain your humble guide. And what of you, Rika? Will you continue along with us? Of course. Wonderful. Our fellowship travels on unbroken. I say we explore another part of Elpis and see what new encounters there are to be had. If you would follow me, we'll first head back towards Anagorsis. Also, hey there, Erza. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. Alright, back to the heart of it all. Back to Anagorsis. Let's see where they ended up. Have they not arrived yet? Yeah, I guess they're still making the trek, and we shall meet up with them there. But yeah, pretty much all of my weekend, if it's not playing Final Fantasy XIV, it's getting videos edited and put out on YouTube. And I can officially say this now, the first dungeon video for YouTube will be going up on Christmas Day. Just in case you guys were wondering. So, Hythlotius. From here, we follow the path northwards to Notenus. There we will find one of the teleporters which facilitate travel between the islands of Elpis. First-time travelers must be accompanied by someone with the requisite permission, which I have been previously granted. We only need use the device together once, and henceforth you will have leave to use it freely. Well, thank you. Shall we? Yes, we shall. Let's go. So looks like it's that way. Yeah, we're getting now the opportunity to spread our wings a little further. Yeah, we had the opportunity. We could have gone on this at any time, but we were just never anywhere near close to needing to come here. And just by crossing over and revealing the new location, I'm at level 89. We are going to be at 90 in a heartbeat. Hythlotius. Here we are, Notenus. This teleporter will take us to Columelios Zephyros, the western island. That's it right there, looming large over us. Yeah, let's get a look at that thing. It is pretty big. Step this way and we can soon admire the view from above. Alright, lead on. Hey there, Bubba. Welcome to stream. Glad to have you with us. So yeah, no words need to be said. We just go on up. Let's have a look. Yeah, quite a lot of fascinating arches we're bearing witness to. Ah, there I am. Let's have a look at this place.
I present to you Kalamelios Zephyros. Here you will find a number of testing facilities, as well as the observation hub of Poiton Oikos.
Oikos? Does that mean we're gonna get to eat yogurt?
Right then. Let's begin by...
Oh, well, I got your attention. A Spriggan!
Well, well. An Arrayus. How delightful.
Or whatever you call it. Oh, it could be running away from this guy?
And what, pray tell, is that?
Oh, we found it in the Academia. Yeah, it's one of the shark creatures.
That's a new species of shark. We approved the concept but a few days ago.
Yeah, it didn't go over all that well.
Sharks are among the most popular sea creatures. Rare is the day when someone does not submit a new concept.
But then that begs the question, why is it on land?
At first, they were largely orthodox. Consideration given to such things as size and environmental impact.
We're not getting text for this?
And then a whimsical someone thought to bestow it with flight. Another, superior intelligence. And then the floodgates burst. Concepts with multiple heads, or arms and legs, and so on and so forth. It was getting absurd. A part of me wanted to tell
Speaking
them to
of absurd,
go away and find something else to create.
Yeah,
but
it seems to have
then
meat
I
for
couldn't
us.
deny their passion. And
Yeah.
here we are.
Hephlodius, I hate to break this to you, but we're under attack. But, turns out I don't need to brandish my weapon. Someone else got to it first. Out like a light. It looks like we found someone we may know.
That was too close. Are you unharmed?
Hello there, Heidelin.
Well now, if it isn't a pair of familiar faces.
Banar, that we should meet you here.
Ah, so that's what you were originally known as. And look at Rika's face, it says it all. Yeah, I know who you are. We met on the boat.
As I mentioned earlier, the better part of the convocation holds that when we retire is when we return to the star. Well, she is not among said majority. Even after stepping down, she carries on with her work.
Ah, so she is one of the exceptions. Tells the shark to
Banar
get
is her
lost.
name, and she is the previous Azim.
She was the previous Asim? So then, who came after her? Are we looking at one of the
It's
same?
been a while, Hythlodaeus. You look well. Less so, Emmet Selk. I dare say the lines upon your brow have both deepened and doubled in number.
Damn.
Shame for one so young. You must make an effort to frown less often.
Easier said than done, thanks to your unruly successor.
How is she, if I may ask?
Incorrigible as ever. Rushed headlong into a volcano on the brink of eruption just the other day. I should be glad to share the tale in its entirety later, if you're so inclined.
Also, you have erupting volcanoes in this place? Why do you keep putting stuff in that's dangerous?
Oh, you know I am. Now then, you are?
Yeah, we probably have never met, you and I, but trust me, I know your face. In fact, You gonna come out and say it? Or are you just gonna come and say hello? And yes, I do notice that you wear a white robe as opposed to everyone else who wears black.
I say, have you perchance come from the future?
You figured it out, haven't you?
I do not believe we have ever met, yet I sense my magic upon you. Therefore, if I wove the enchantment, I could only have done so at a later point in time.
It would seem that way.
What manner of magic is this, if I may ask?
Yeah,
A
I did tell you all about it.
ward, of course. It prevents the corruption of one's ether.
Yeah, that sounds rather like the Blessing of Light, or does it protect you from enthrallment by primals by any chance? Well, yeah, I'm guessing we're in a time where neither of these terms was used at all by the Ascians. So it really doesn't matter which one we choose, I think.
I see you are not ignorant to its presence.
Oh, you do
And
know
while
about
there
it.
are many protective spells, the one you bear is unmistakably mine.
Yeah, it's been passed along 5 different people.
Hold on. From the future? That's absurd.
Yeah, in that future, I kick your ass! Yeah, doubt me all you want, Emmett, but it's true.
What is it? Are you unable to speak of the matter?
Yeah, for 2 reasons. 1, I don't actually speak in this game, and 2, I have to keep it a secret from those guys. Poor Rika.
The reality to which you must return exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present.
Yeah, we have orders from Elidibus. So I'll just tell you what I know. And try and keep it under lock and key.
So, your actions here will not change your history, but they may yet affect the course of ours. How very exciting. I'm quite fond of delving into the unknown, and there's naught more unknown than the future.
It's not pretty. You end up getting hurt badly. Especially by the people who stand to your rights.
Until a moment finally arrives, we cannot know for certain what will come to pass, regardless of our supposed foreknowledge. So you needn't worry for us.
I'll hold you to
More
that.
importantly, that you should go to such great lengths as to travel unto the past bespeaks the gravity of your quest. Will you not reveal it to us? Mayhap we can be of aid to your cause.
I don't know if I can. Yeah, she looks down again. Yeah, Emmett's had enough.
If this is true, then you've been keeping quite the secret to yourself.
Don't blame me.
As a representative of the Convocation, I will hear it all. Your identity, purpose, everything.
Do you really want to hear how you die? Yeah, awkward. This is very awkward for poor little Rika.
Why don't we move to a place more conducive to calm conversation? I've been working here for some days now at an old friend's behest. If it is agreeable, we may make use of my accommodation at Poiton Oikos.
Alright, yogurt! Poor Rika.
We were meant to meet. I am certain of it. Else I wouldn't have marked you so clearly, and sent you unto myself in the past. It's precisely the sort of mischief I would get up to. And quite inspired, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, try and put a smile on her face. And Sylvana. Of Final Fantasy XII lore, but not quite the same.
My apologies, but before we move along, a colleague has tasked me with a matter which I'd rather not leave unresolved. It involves finding a certain concept-engraved crystal and the quick-fingered Aureus which made off with it.
Oh, that thing?
An Aureus, you say? I think we might have seen the culprit before being distracted by that business with the shark. Would you like us to follow its ethereal trail? That would, of course, lead us only to the Aureus. There is no guarantee that it hasn't dropped or stashed away the crystal you seek. Please, even that much would be enormously helpful. While you are hunting down the thief, I can follow behind and scour the forest just in case. Could I ask you to join the search? I would appreciate another pair of eyes to cover the land to the west of here.
Alright then.
Many thanks. There's a small bridge leading into Port in Oikos. Let us meet up there once we've exhausted our efforts.
Alright. Yeah, two different spots we can go to. Well, one is behind us, the other is in front of us. Go. Going up. Is it above? Oh, found it. Found it. Yeah, my motorcycle was going out of control again. But we found what we were looking for. Let's go! Yeah, who else keeps having that problem with if you're trying to control yourself and you press forward, but even when you let go of the controller or let go of the key, you don't stop moving forward? Who else has that problem? As we rendezvous with everyone.
Our last search returns. I'm afraid the Aureus no longer had the crystal, nor was I able to find it as I followed in its wake. I don't suppose you fared any better?
We did.
The crystal, well done. Wonderful. Now I can focus on your tale without that missing concept nagging at my mind. Have you always had a knack for finding things?
People like me always seem to. I've often been asked to do so, or traveling and searching go hand in hand.
You travel often then? It seems we have something in common. Long ago, when I held the seat of Azem, I was forever trekking back and forth across the star in search of answers to people's problems. Naturally, the need for such journeys has lessened considerably since I entrusted the position to my whimsical successor. Yet I'm still eager to come running should an old acquaintance or new interest require my personal attention. That is what brings me to Elpis, in fact. Many times has my presence been requested, my opinion sought concerning the habitat of this or that creation. Agreeing to help locate that missing crystal was a minor distraction, which now promises to become a major revelation. How strange and wonderful it is, that way one thing leads to another, wouldn't you agree?
I suppose. But first, let's take our 495,000 experience points for being at level 87 and 1,152 gil. And so let's go ahead and speak with Vana again to take on the next level 87 main story quest entitled A Past, Yet Not Come to Pass. Vana is in a cheerful mood.
Thank you again for your timely help. Now then, 'tis time I return this stolen property. If you would go on ahead to my accommodation, I will join you as soon as I have attended to that task. Follow the path straight ahead to the building at the top of the slope. I have the entire place to myself, so we can speak without fear of being disturbed or overheard.
Except by these two. Yeah, except by those two. Let's be on our way. Plus it also turns out you're not the only Asins here. Yeah. Welcome to Yogurt Land! I do want to attune to the Aetherite first. Also, it turns out it's on the lower tier. I hate the way that that's set up, where the targeting is way above off the screen, that you have to pan up in order to see it. That's not really helpful. That similar problem also happens in the Crystarium. Alright there, Vana. We've made it.
Welcome to my temporary abode. Please make yourself at home while I put on some tea.
Alright. So as we're all chilling out, who's gonna speak up first?
A wonderful aroma. I feel more relaxed already.
Would that I had sweetmeats to offer, but I travel light out of habit.
Sweet meats.
There's plenty of hot water though, so please have as much tea as you like.
Thank you.
Now then, will you tell us your tale?
How do I go about this without spoiling too much? Yeah, how do I tell the tale of 5 warriors of light and not overdo it? A calamity has befallen the final world, or the world. The world has been sundered, broken into shards, or mankind is being forced to flee the star. Yeah, it won't matter what we choose. We're under the watchful gaze of 3 Ascians, and no matter what, we're gonna have to tell them something. How do I make this sound like the most... How do I make this sound like the least painful? Yeah, I guess that's how I should say it. How do I make this sound like the least painful? Because just calling it the final days is just coming out and saying, like, yeah, this is happening, and so is mankind being forced to flee the star. It's the middle choice I'm gonna take. I need to tell you this.
Why don't you start from the beginning?
Well, it would be your beginning, though, not mine. But I guess I can tell you all I know. Whether you like it or not, and whether you believe me or not. So as she talks all day and all night long, yeah, by this point it'll be talking about 800 episodes and 7 years of content. And then we get to this point. Yeah. And hey, you're a featured star. Any of you, Hythlodius? Yeah, we get to see you too, in a way. Yeah, here's how each of you is gonna go crazy. It's a lot for them to take in.
Preposterous. Utterly preposterous.
There we go. There is the doubt we were looking for.
While not the words I would have chosen, I too have my doubts. Much of it borders on the incredulous. What of you, Vana?
I mean, if she sensed my presence, or her own, rather.
Not knowing the precise details of the first final days, it is difficult to determine the veracity of the tale. Supposing it is all true, I must ask myself why I would do what I did.
Why you all went
Why
on to
would
do
I
what you did.
feel I had no recourse, but to oppose the 14 and create this Hydaelyn. Circumstances change, of course, but it would not have been an easy decision regardless. No, there must have been a reason. One compelling enough to force me to take such drastic measures. Then there is the Elpis flower, which I said would serve as a guide.
You did say that.
That it's of import to your mission is plain, but your presence here leads me to believe that this place also holds significance. But what could it be? What are we meant to accomplish?
Or fail to accomplish.
Might it not be simply thus? In the future, whence she came, the final days could not be averted. Mankind has no choice but to flee the star. By alerting us to that eventuality, perhaps you wish to pave the way for other futures.
Theoretically speaking, it is a possibility. Yet if that were my primary objective, I see no reason to guide our friend to Elpis specifically.
That's because it wasn't you who did that.
The capital and Amarot, or even my own home would be more logical destinations.
True, true. I note also that Hydaelyn did not specify a point in time to which she must return. By this, it may be inferred that it was not critical that we should meet.
Alternately, she had reason to believe that our paths would converge, coincidental though it may seem.
This is quite a puzzle, and we do not have all the pieces.
And you won't have them for quite some time.
Hardly any. But we do have one immutable fact.
The fact that I'm sitting with you right now? Yep.
If the final days are indeed as described, they will bring death to all that I hold dear. Yet despite being afforded long years of preparation, the only provisions I could make were for flight.
Seems that way.
Nay, my first and foremost endeavor would be to find a way to forestall the coming doom.
Given that even the 14 failed, mayhap you deemed it impossible.
Nothing is impossible. This I have always believed. And if Hydaelyn is indeed me, she would believe the same.
Something must have changed, though.
Listen to yourself. Are you seriously entertaining the notion that you are a messianic figure in some far-fetched tale?
Oh, believe me, Emmett, you're gonna be as much of a part of it as everyone else. Tell me all you want, but oh, the havoc you will wreak.
I will not. I refuse to accept that our world could be undone by some unforeseen calamity. I also take offense to my portrayal as a megalomaniacal madman.
Oh, believe me, the telltale signs are there already.
To sacrifice oneself for the star is a noble act, and I would hold those who gave themselves to this zodiac in the highest esteem.
Which is why you did what you did.
Yet, you claim I recreated Amarot and populated it with phantoms of our people? A bizarre indulgence that would be insulting to their memory. Worse still, I even invited you there. Literally invited my own downfall. Why would I do something so idiotic and inexplicable?
That's how arrogant you were. And are.
Now, I will allow that the hypothetical task of restoring our world would be daunting in the extreme. The thought of having to bear such a burden for 1,000 lives horrifies me.
And yet you did it.
But I would never forsake my duty. I would never forsake my brethren. You do not know me.
Oh, trust me, the tales do not do you justice.
I've had my fill of your fiction. I will return to my duty, and you will not bother me again.
Yeah, he's like, F this.
Emmett Selk, wait!
As Hypnotius chases after him. Yeah, that was abrupt. And it's just the ladies.
You've seen much of Elpis already. If you have any observations to share, I should like to hear them.
Well, I guess I can. If I actually decide to do. Dynamis is the key to all this. Hermes and Medion are somehow involved, or I'm still trying to make sense of it all, but yeah. It seems like that the two of them are the main focus.
Hermes and his creation Meteon, you say? If Dynamis is the self-same energy as Akasha, as it likely seems, then those two may well be at the center of the calamity to come. This warrants further investigation. With that settled, 'tis time for action.
What shall we do?
The missing pieces of the puzzle are here, I'm certain of it. And when you find them, the picture my future self has painted will be complete, and you will have your answer.
I hope you're right.
And suffice it to say, I will aid you in your quest.
As you are, or as what you will be. Yeah, can I have his cup?
Have faith. If Emmett Selk is the man Azam described to me, we've not seen the last of him.
Of course. Yeah, we have that look of determination on our face. Now that we've actually met with Vana.
Shall we begin our investigations then? I am acquainted with Hermes, of course, but only as a visitor received by the chief overseer of Elpis. Of the man himself, I only know that which is common knowledge. Thus, I suggest we fall back on the tried and true method of conversing with the locals. The observers who live here can surely tell us more of Hermes and Meteon, and I have a good idea of where we might begin.
And then that sprouts up all these side quests, which we'll take care of in the next stream. For now, though, that's beyond the task. Let's head on over to Vana.
So you see the woman standing in front of yonder building. Her name is Maine. She's the one who made arrangements for my stay in Elpis, and from what I recall, she has held her position here for quite some time. Chances are she can provide us with some insights. Go and ask your questions. I will help with drawing out answers if need be, but I leave the choice of the topic up to you.
Alright. Here you are, young lady.
Questions for me? Well, I suppose I have no other pressing duties at the moment.
The following event cannot be skipped. Alright, begin. Yeah, Evanal will be along.
Greetings, Ismain. My friend here is desperately curious about Chief Hermes, and I was wondering if you might indulge her. Certainly, Mistress Venor. Anything to be of service.
And so,
What do you wish to know?
yeah, what kind of person is Hermes, or what are his interests? Maybe we should know the man a little more.
Well, I can only answer from my own experience, but I would describe him as a quiet man, reserved, you might say, and occasionally somewhat poor with his choice of words. His reticent nature, however, does not prevent him from carrying out his duties as chief overseer. The man is a walking archive when it comes to life forms. He can discuss any species in incredible detail, and is the leading authority on concepts with the power of flight. I hope that answers your question. Was there anything else?
Yeah, how long has Medion been here, or do you know of her abilities? Yeah, That's what I would like to know. What do you know of her skills?
It's no secret that she is a highly unusual familiar. Of late, the chief often makes his rounds with her, like a mother hen raising her chick. I understand that she is able to read emotions and communicate directly with one's mind. Exactly how she was created with that talent, however, is a mystery to me. My apologies. I wish I could explain her nature in more depth, but I have not had occasion to discuss it with Chief Hermes.
Do you wish you knew him better, or do you trust him? Yeah, do you wish you knew him better?
The chief may not be the most gregarious individual, but he engages with us as is necessary for everyone to perform their duties. I wouldn't want to intrude upon his privacy for the sake of curiosity.
You may need to.
Though if you wish to learn more about Meteon, you could try speaking with Timaeus, another expert in the creation of flying concepts. He should be conducting his observations on the banks of the stream somewhere to the east. Oh, and unless you take a particular joy in rambling discourse, I suggest you keep your questions concise.
Alright.
We shall keep that in mind. Thank you for your patience and your insights. Think nothing of it. If there's aught else you need during your stay, please do not hesitate to ask.
And so...
Come, Rika. I think we've taken enough of his main's time.
Alright, still got more talking to do, apparently.
Our investigation is off to a fine start, wouldn't you agree? From here, I propose that we split up. I shall continue making inquiries with resident observers, if you could track down the colleague as Maney mentioned. Given how you steered that previous conversation, 'tis plain you need no assistance from me. All I ask is that you watch your footing around the stream. We can meet back here once you've finished speaking with this Timaeus.
And he's off to the east. So away we go. So it looks like our man is going to be just across the river. Right over here. Hello.
Yes, I am Timaeus, but keep your voice down, you'll startle the birds.
Right. This also cannot be skipped. Begin asking questions to him.
So, what is it you wish to speak about?
Is it true you're an expert on flying creations, or what do you think of Chief Hermes' flying creations?
Chief Hermes' work. A worthy subject indeed. Those beings which soar through the clouds, majestic and graceful, are ever a favorite of creators. Even now, with so many varieties in existence, the flood of newly imagined concepts continues unabated. What sets the Chief's creations apart, however, is how they benefit from his boundless knowledge of the celestial realm. Birds that climb so high that they disappear from view, others which traverse the boundless sky in moments, and all without riding the currents. I know of none save he who can conceive of such marvels. Even we, who prize elegance of form above all else, are dumbfounded by his genius.
Yeah. Meteon 2 is a marvel then, or why not mimic his process?
What? You mean plagiarize?
That's not what I was going for, but...
Now see here. When I take up the threads of creation and begin to weave, I must do so in the belief that I am giving birth to something beautiful. If in my heart I knew I was appropriating another's inspiration...
Yeah, and then... Timaeus launches into a rambling and unstoppable diatribe. What have I done? And so 24 hours later, and an unconscionable disgraceful act would be deserved of the utmost scorn. Therefore, despite my admiration for Meteon as a concept, I have made a conscious effort not to delve too deeply into the inner workings of her nature. I know that she has a gift for communicating via emotions, but otherwise, her abilities are a mystery to me. If Chief Hermes should choose to submit Meteon's concept to the Bureau of the Architect, then the design will be registered for public scrutiny. Analyzing a colleague's creation before that step is frowned upon, to say the least. Of course, if he came to me, a fellow artist, looking for advice, that would be an entirely different story. I can tell you more of Meteon's nature if you like. Oh. I mean, we've already been stepping enough on his toes as is. Yeah. Do you know of Dynamis and Entelekes? Dynamis and Entelekes? Those terms do sound vaguely familiar. Was there not a flower made here in Elpis which exhibited properties of one or the other? It must have been centuries since I last heard anyone speak of such things. Has there been a resurgence in interest? Apparently not. Then why bring up the subject? I'm flattered that you saw my insight, but I cannot afford to neglect my duties for the sake of idle chatter. Now I really must return to my observations. Surely you have your own tasks to attend to. Yeah, if there's such a thing as failing a quest, I just did it. Yeah, we better get back to Vana. Where did she end up? Here she is. Yeah, she's basically back at the starting point.
Ah, good timing. I finished my own investigations not long ago. So have you any new findings to share?
Let's just say it didn't go over all that well.
I see. Even an expert in the field had little understanding of Meteon's capabilities, let alone an awareness of Dynamis. My questions resulted in much the same answers. Hermes' colleagues view Meteon as his personal project and can provide no details beyond those which you just told me. Which leads me to believe that the person with any significant knowledge of Dynamis is Hermes himself. Yes, we've made some progress here, but more information is needed if we are to reach any definitive conclusions.
I'll agree with that, so we'll take our experience in 1,321 gil. Yeah, now this has been quite an introduction to Vana in her pre-Heidelin days. So, what do you say we keep on going? Let's go ahead and continue speaking with Vana to take on the level 87 main story quest entitled Witness to the Spectacle. Vana is musing over your recent findings.
At present, the strongest link we have to the final days is the power of Dynamis and the Entelekes which can control it. Yet most scholars are only vaguely aware of these terms, let alone study them in any depth. Except for Hermes, it seems. Thus, I'm inclined to stay our current course, and learn all we can about the Chief Overseer and his familiar. And on that subject, was there aught else of note you can tell me about Meteon, aside from her unorthodox method of communication?
How about her unorthodox appearance? They're more unlike her, she has sisters. Or she and her sisters were created to journey the stars in search for intelligent life.
I rather wish you had mentioned that earlier. In any event, would you care to elaborate?
Well, I can from what I've learned.
So these siblings of hers now travel the great expanse in search of deeper meaning.
How many of them are there?
Thank you. Though the mystery at hand remains unresolved, I feel you've touched upon a vital clue, one we should keep in mind as we continue. Next, I propose we take ourselves to Peripetia Crystalline, not far from here. Just follow the path to the west.
Alright. So why did you walk to the east? People can be so confusing sometimes. While I'm here... yeah, let's pick up any Aether Currents we can find. Is this going to be at the base of the... whoa. Yeah, is it possibly at the base or is it somewhere further along? Yeah, it's going to be higher. Can I get it from where I am? It looks like I am able to. Yeah, let's try to not worry about the hippo surface. We pick up this Aether Coin that is conveniently located at the top of the waterfall. Yeah, back off, ugly. Where are we taking this? Any others close by? 347 southeast, but for now we'll just focus on Vana. So here she is right over here. And so,
The tower and the one further along are both part of Peripetia Crystalline, the facility where they archive all of Elpis' observation and testing records. Despite how they appear from the outside, the interior is actually a vast area of magically interconnected spaces, which, while fascinating, is not the reason we are here, is it? I shall cut my architectural lesson short and see what those two archivists have to share. If you could find someone to speak over at the other tower, I shall join you there anon.
alright. So now we're going south, so it looks like we very well could be speaking with someone we need to hear from. Or rather, and on top of that, getting myself another Aether Current. Oops, nope, wrong. Yeah, we'll head up over here first. Hello there, sir. You have questions for me? Certainly. Just a moment while I conclude my current appointments. With this gentleman. So as we chill out for a while. Indeed. So if you could provide a comprehensive log of those behaviors, we should then have sufficient data for our official records. And away he goes. Now for me. Now, what was it you wished to speak with me about? Step forward there, Rika. Allow me to explain to you why I'm here. The Chief Overseer's personal research project. And by that, I assume you mean Meteion? So you have heard of it. And have heard of her. Such undocumented studies are difficult to track. After all, hardly a day goes past without seeing a researcher trailed by one creation or another. I'm afraid I cannot tell you exactly when Meteion appeared. Only that she now spends much of her time at Chief Hermes' side. Yeah, undocumented? So there's definitely more going on here. Although, I do recall an interesting tale my dearest Ghislaine shared with me. Yeah, could you introduce me to her? Ghislaine is my partner and a fellow researcher here in Elpis. She was returning late one night when she caught sight of Chief Hermes sending Meteion Heavensward, a host of them. For several days, she would speak of that scene with wonder, describing it as one of the most beautiful spectacles she had ever witnessed.
That sounds like a story I should like to hear.
Vana, perfect timing. Glad you can make it. Mistress Vana, I thought you had already returned to the surface. Isn't this considered the surface? Permit me to thank you again for your invaluable contribution to our concept placement proposal.
Pray do not mention it. As you say, my original plan was to leave after that task, but I have since become engrossed with Chief Hermes' research. Would you favor me with a retelling of the sight which delighted your Ghislaine?
Of course. Or you could hear it from her lips directly if you prefer. Oh, where is she? Over there? At present, she should be observing a subject in Metabasos Thalassae. She does enjoy her time there, watching the sea creatures hunt and play, gazing upon the salty waters of the world's oceans, recreated in such sublime detail. I imagine you must find similar joy in divulging or indulging your boundless curiosity, Mistress Vana. Even though such pursuits must continuously and regretfully delay your return to the star.
Indeed they do.
'Tis a rest well deserved, and long overdue, I should think. How greatly have we prospered for the wisdom you have accumulated during your travels as Azem. And what would Elpis be without your earlier academic work? The theories you developed served as the basis of many of the techniques still in use today. Man is a creature of contemplation, but none embody that nature with as much enduring passion as you. Aye, there is not a soul alive more worthy of a return. I shall rejoice the day you depart on your final journey.
I will be honored.
And so,
Well, shall we take this opportunity to meet with Galen in person?
I would be delighted. Then allow me to reconfigure the door to the archives here. It will take you up to the Skyway and spare you the need to avoid hostile concepts on the ground. Wow, that's cool.
That would be most helpful, thank you.
He's married already there, Bubba. Yeah, he's already taken. Alright, I'm ready. I have opened the path to the Skyway. Once you pass through the door, simply walk straight across to the next tower and ask for admittance to the upper tier. Upon arriving at the upper tier, walk straight across the Skyway and you will find yourself at the entrance to Metabasos Thalassi. Galen will be eager to share her tale with you, I am sure. And so away we go. And so this is what it looks like. Feels pretty mean to be driving there, but we gotta get there quickly. Hello there.
Mistress Vanar, just passing through?
Then allow me to prepare the path. If you need further assistance, there is always an observer or two out on the upper Skyway. Yeah, that's kind of true. So as we continue further along... Hey, there are lampposts here. What else have they conceived? Now over to this unhurried observer.
Mistress Vanar, I was told not to expect. We would have prepared an official welcome.
Vanar takes a little laugh.
Please, there is no need for fanfare. I only wish to speak with Ghislaine, if that might be arranged. Yes, Ghislaine, of course. I will inform her immediately. But she may be engaged in a testing phase. You could be in for something of a wait. Should I let her know your business is urgent? That won't be necessary. This lovely view will keep us occupied until she is ready to receive us.
And so away she goes, and so I guess we just chill out for a while. No bench to sit on and chill out on. We just get the beautiful view.
A delightful breeze and a breathtaking view.
Yeah, let's look at all of this. With a purple sky in the background.
What is it like in the future? Is the world still a beautiful place?
Depends on your definition. It's more beautiful here. Yeah, with what's going on in the world right now, some parts yes, others not so much.
Dark hidden places, rife with danger. Those have an altogether different, but no less powerful sort of appeal. While we wait, will you not tell me about your adventures?
I guess I can. As well as those of my
pretentious events
predecessors.
which led you here, but the simple delights all your own.
If it was...
By learning about the future world, I may gain insight into future me's plans.
We were revealing way too much here.
But more than that, I have an interest simply as a fellow traveler. Short of going somewhere oneself, there's naught more stirring than hearing another's account.
Yeah, so here's everything that's happened over 8 years. Yeah, a lot happened in that time. It certainly got Vanar laughing to some extent, but Rika's like, no. And then Vanar's like shocked. And then stuff like this happened, and stuff like that happened. And then Horshafont died. Yeah, it just goes on and on.
Incredible. Would that I could have been there to see it. Yours is a harsh and unforgiving world. Yet in spite of this, your brethren hold fast to their virtue. To know that the light of mankind's potential still shines, even in that faraway place, it gives me heart.
I'm glad it does.
Thank you for regaling me with your tales. I will treasure every word.
Yeah, I wonder if he'll even remember any of them.
As you know, I was once a scholar. And among other things, I sought to understand the workings of the world. What exactly is ether? How formed the laws of nature? Whence sprung mankind? Riddles and mysteries beyond counting. Over the years, I have managed to find answers to some few of them. Yet rather than attain a sense of mastery, the more I understood, the more I came to hold the world and its miracles in awe. We too are miracles, each and every one of us, born of the warm breath of life that traverses the heavens, swirling through eternity.
Yeah, too bad there are people like you who think completely differently.
When I fully grasped the improbability of our existence, nothing felt impossible anymore. If it could be imagined, it could be done. A passion swelled within me, an epiphany dispelling all preconceptions of what was natural and true, and a presence without, immense yet intimate, fate perhaps, holding us in its tender embrace. As reassuring as it was intimidating, how keenly aware I became of creation's fragility, built as it is upon precarious happenstance. I was overcome with an irrepressible urge to know the world more intimately, to hear its voice, feel its breath.
And you'll end up feeling it even more.
I ventured forth on a journey that very day, so very long ago now. Freed from presumption and prejudice, I saw the world through a newborn's eyes. Everything fresh and new, and so beautiful. Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all a people. Beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before.
Maybe that's why you ultimately became what you did. Because you were so desperate to hold on to that.
And my purpose. My love. And so long as they need help, I cannot return to the star. Perhaps my future self is still waiting for it. A moment she can let go and walk unto the end. Safe in the knowledge that man will find his own way. You, who are our future, tell me this, and tell me true. Has your journey been good? Has it been worthwhile?
Considering I've been playing this game for 7 years, and soon will be 8. Yeah, I have to think long and hard about this one.
Pray forgive my lateness.
But before I can get it out of my system... Hi there, Ghislaine, yeah. I guess you picked a really bad time to cut short this tender moment.
My observation subject was rather irritable, and it took a while to settle it down.
No need to apologize. Your work takes precedence. Besides, we had a pleasant conversation in the meantime.
Even if you interrupted it.
You're too kind. Now then, I'm told you wished to ask me some questions.
Indeed. I've an interest in one of Hermes' creations. Meteon. You witnessed a host of them take flight, yes?
Oh, that! Yes, yes, I did. 'Twas in the dark of the morn. I'd left the Thalassai after nocturnal observation. As I walked along, I spied a bright light climbing high into the southeastern skies. Then, in an instant, it was gone, like a shooting star, only rising rather than falling. But then another shot up, then another, and another. Intrigued, I made my way to the edge to investigate. And who should I spy on an isle to the south but Hermes and Meteon, the Metea, rather.
Ah, in plural.
There were lots of them, and I realized they must be the shooting stars that I'd seen.
A dazzling spectacle indeed. Have you spoken with Hermes about this?
Oh, yes. The sight left such an impression on me that I approached him about his mystery project the very next day. Alas, he said that he couldn't reveal anything just yet, that he needed to conduct further tests. It shouldn't be long now, though.
What are we gonna see?
He often returns to that isle, and I have a feeling he's nearing a breakthrough.
Yeah, how do we react to this?
Splendid. We are likewise eager for the details. Well, that is all we wish to ask. Thank you for taking the time to indulge our curiosity.
You're very welcome. It's always a pleasure to speak with other inquisitive souls. Oh, and will you be descending now? If so, I shall link the doors for you.
Please.
Alright, you go ahead and do that there, Ghislaine. As the stars are now out. Yeah, we were certainly at that for a while, weren't we? Alright, Vana.
So, another piece of the puzzle falls into place. From what we have learned thus far, I think we can safely conclude that Hermes hasn't been revealing the details of his research to others.
Doesn't seem like it.
Which suggests that either someone will appropriate his discoveries and make use of them, or that Hermes himself will have a hand in causing the final days. Since we have no reason yet to suspect the former, we should consider the latter the more likely possibility. Proceeding under that assumption, our next step should be to divine why, or even if, he might desire such a terrible fate for our star.
And so with that, we'll take our experience, 1,194 gil, and also a level 86 helmet. Alright, so let's go ahead and continue on by speaking with Vana to take on the next level 87 main story quest entitled Worthy of His Back. Vana has a new course of investigation in mind.
I should like to visit the site from which Hermes set forth the Metea. If we are fortunate, we might find some hints of what drives this research of his. Ghislaine said she spotted them in the southeast, rising from an isle she could see from the edge. If we stand at that same vantage point, it should not prove difficult to locate the isle in question. Let's take a look, shall we?
Alright. Lead on. $277 eastward. Yeah, might as well pick up the Aether Current while we're around. Dodge the Pegasus. Not the Pegasus, the Pegasus. A little further this way. Oh. Maybe up there, perhaps? Yeah, it's probably directly below me on the higher tier. Let's find a way up. come on, wherever you are. There we are. Let's take it. And how many currents is that now? That is now 6 of them. Alright, onward. 273 southeast. Yeah, don't worry, we'll get to Bana eventually. But I really want to get these Aether Currents too. Keep going this way. Right out in plain sight. Alright, we'll get this one too. Any others on this island? 366 southwest, so maybe back over in the 12 Wonders. Don't really know. Can't really tell yet. And so, we'll continue. Ooh, hello there, big boy. Also, we made it to our intended destination. Alright. From here. And before too long, there's Vana. Now, if I were conducting some mystery research, where would I go? That looks pretty remote. What about that one? Have you the means to fly? 'Tis quite a distance away. I don't have enough Aether Currents. Inconvenience, but hardly an insurmountable problem. To me, Argos. Argos? Yeah. The original Golden Dog. Yeah, he's back. My friend, would you mind creating a double to carry Rika over here to that island? Yeah, you're just looking at me like, do I have to? Stubborn creature, there is no place on this great star we have not traveled, and he still remains obstinate in the presence of strangers. Argos has rather exacting standards, I'm afraid. Can't we ride on the same one? Yeah, what about? What? You've ridden him before? Ah, your before meaning my after. Not at all confusing that. Interesting. 'Tis certainly not unthinkable. But speaking of the here and now, the quick solution is for us to face off in a sparring match. What? Yeah, like why? Demonstrate to him that you are capable of holding your own against me in battle, and you should convince Argos that you are worthy of his back. And besides, I might even teach you a thing or two into the bargain. How so? How proficient in combat are you? You seem doubtful, but useful lesson or not, it will certainly be a moment to remember. A memory of the distant past to cherish. What say you, traveler out of time? Choose your battlefield, do what I must, or, and if this memory turns out to be a bad one, yeah, just have us go where we need to go. I admire your confidence. Clear your mind and prepare your weapons. I'll await you at the clearing over yonder. Alright then. Meanwhile, we'll also have an opportunity, looks like, to get another of the Aether Currents. In fact, I think I see it right over there. Can I pull myself up? I can. Yeah, try not to set him off. There you are. Yeah, it seemed like it would be that way, but it turns out it's over here. And I think that person is trying to find a way to climb up that tree. 879 north, so it's probably out there somewhere. But for now, let's get to where Vana is. And this is, for the first time in quite some time, an instance battle. Well, Vana.
Shall we begin? Be warned, I'll not go easy on you.
Nor would I expect you to. So I'll be synced down 1 level for this. Prove your strength to Vana. Alright.
Let neither side hold back.
Yes, ma'am. Let's see what you got against my Dragoon skills. Ouch. It looks like they're trying to run away. Her blade sings, she says. And she's ready to unleash Slope. One thing's for sure, you certainly have a lot of health. Whoa, hello there! Now I gotta hurry over this way in order to dodge that. Slope. Oh, staying clear. As we got various arrows converging. Yeah, I'll dodge those for now if you don't mind there, Vana. For now. And here she goes again. Slope. Yeah, the power of my chaotic spring! What else do you have in store? Yeah, show me what you can do.
No quarter.
You got an arc, and it's going in a rotation. Well, unluckily for you, I dodged out with the Grace Beads. Oh, now you're going for now real rotation, but now you're also forcing me to the outside and then back to the inside. Trying to avoid while also trying to keep moving. Yeah, she's really going for Baroque here. Oop, look out. Yeah, also what's with this battle music.
Neither will I.
I mean, if I remember correctly, this is out of Shadowbringers. Oh, you got True Arrow 4 in store. That should probably be escaping to somewhere, but where? Thankfully, the AoE is not that huge. It's still on the field, though. Just as a reminder to not go and wander too far in. Oh, jeez. I'm pretty much forced to run in the opposite side while your AoE is tailing me. And now you have knockback. But how far? That far! And you're not done yet. But I do have you carrying up to 60% now. More stones are coming. Oop, get clear. Yeah, she's going for Tsukiyomi. Tsukiyomi or Shiva works as well. Or not Shiva, Titan. Actually, Titan and Shiva both do that move.
We've only just begun. Come at me with your all.
Alright. Let's see what you got. I'm making the shift over here. Oh, you're doing this again. Backflip. Yeah, backflip to safety. Smopay. But then we gotta go. Well, thankfully this RNG worked out quite nicely.
My blade sings!
Run past her. Smopay. Oh, you're launching yourself back to the middle.
Let us move to the final trial.
Oh, we have our enrage determined. We gotta get over here and as quickly as possible to try and stop this Aether from converging on to Vana. Okay, I'm gonna play it safe and not do that until this point. But now here comes some more. Now it's coming from the other side. Now we got some from there. Oh, but I see a gate coming this way, and it's moving quickly. Yeah, in fact, it's moving very quickly. Alright, we stopped it. We still got this coming from all sides. Whoa! Yeah, can I keep it clean? The answer is yes, but we're not done yet. We are not done yet. And Stardiver. Alright, that's prevented. Yeah, we're giving it everything we got here. Yeah, sure, you can have that one. You were not my intended target, but you gotta go down just the same. Still clean. Looks like you've run out of gas, Vana. Or have you? I am stuck with nowhere to go.
Break your chains, shed your burdens, and show me your strength of will.
Oh, she's coming at me with all she's got now. Stand your ground, Rika. And when the smoke clears and the light dissipates, that's how much health I had left.
The people of your time are more resilient than I had dared hope. I have seen enough.
Well, I'm glad we convinced you. Whew. Yeah, obviously casters would have a much harder time at this challenge.
'Twas my intent to finish it, but clearly I underestimated you.
You certainly did. You learned better later on.
One would think I never learn. I made the same mistake with Azem when we first sparred. Despite being less than half my age, her strength was astounding. As is yours. 'Tis plain you have weathered considerable hardship. Far more even than your tales would suggest. It seems we have both learned much on our journeys.
Seems that way, doesn't it? And now that we are done, I guess Argos is finally like, oh, alright. Here, have one on me. Yeah, hey there, little doggy.
Well now, I dare say he has warmed to you.
Certainly has.
A boon to be sure. He never forgets his favorites, and is ever eager to come to their aid.
Yeah, look into my eyes.
Alright, Bana. Argos will soon have us standing on the very spot where the meteor made their departure into the night sky. With luck, we will learn something of Hermes' intentions. My hope is that we find no connection, no festering wish for oblivion. Then we might have Hermes and his considerable expertise working for us rather than against us.
Let's hope you're right about that. But in the meantime, we'll take our experience and 2,292 gil for winning this duel with Vana. And so, let us move on to take on the next level 87 main story quest entitled A Flower Upon Your Return. Vana has Argos and his double at heel.
Let us move over to the edge before mounting, shall we? That will allow Argos to catch the currents rising up from below and give us a smooth ride over to the Isle.
Alright then, Argos. I will meet up with your body double there. As dawn prepares to show itself here in Elpis. Meanwhile, people perhaps doing work for more creation magics, maybe? Alright, Argos. Argos motions to his back with his muzzle. You've been given the go-ahead to hop on. Right, Argos, to the Isle? Yes. Lead on. Take us all the way over there.
Isn't this pleasant? Argos certainly seems to think so.
Are you gonna give us a fancy tour while we're in the sky? Yeah, the two of us riding together on these golden dogs.
Now, what was the name of that tree?
We're referring to this pink one?
Know something? Ah, Notophorion. Quite a striking specimen, is it not?
It is indeed. Yeah, we're trying to keep it in view of the shot. It looks like we're slowly beginning to descend here. Yeah, but not coming out of the shot, actually.
Brace yourself for the landing. I wouldn't want you tumbling off at the last moment.
No, please, don't. Unless you have a creation magic that you can use that can catch me. And so, upon our arrival...
Quite a small place, lacking even the most basic equipment.
Maybe he doesn't need equipment for what he does.
The present may yield no clues, but we may yet try perusing the past. Have you done this before?
I'm in the past as we speak. You could say I'm literally doing this right now. Yeah, we should explain it to her.
So you cannot control the power freely. Worry not. I shall assist you.
Oh, we're talking about the Echo, aren't we?
Come and stand before me.
Yeah, we haven't had the Echo used much at all. If once, maybe.
There are two ways to see the past.
Yeah, in fact, the only time we've had the Echo used at any point was when we defeated Zodiark.
The first entails peering through the walls of the soul in the moment a subject is recalling a memory. The second requires no subject, and is instead a process of piecing together an event from ripples left in the ambient ether.
So we're familiar with method number 1.
As memories are etched upon the ether of the soul, so too are they etched upon the ether of the world. In this way can history be preserved. Such memories are given to fading, however, and can prove challenging to visit. But come, let us try. Close your eyes.
Alright then. Go ahead and do what you gotta do, Rika. Time for an echo. Oh, we're reading off of their memories, not the Nas.
All units fully functional and proceeding on course towards their respective stars. estimated time to completion of survey is 108 cycles.
As in 108 years or 108 days?
End of status report. Severing connection with shared consciousness.
She's like a robot.
Did you hear that, Hermes? All is well.
Yes. Good tidings at long last. Every step of the way, I've been reminded how little we understand creation. How the universe defies imagination.
But soon we won't need to speculate. We'll know the answers. What others live for.
Indeed. And we'll owe it all to you and your sisters.
Ah, she's so happy.
I wonder what answers we will get.
Whatever intelligent beings that exist out there are bound to be vastly different from us. Diverse in form and culture. Possessed of unique ways of thinking. Their conception of life and its purpose will be no exception. Completely and utterly unlike ours.
Utterly unlike... how?
I have no idea.
Yeah, you won't know for another 108 cycles.
Yet whatever answers we receive, I will not dismiss them out of hand. No. I will think earnestly on them all, and I will share them with our people, that together we may contemplate our own existence. Perhaps then our star will become a better place. Not only for man, but for all life. Meteon, though I gave you wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth. So loath was I to bind another living being.
Ah.
In the course of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet. Learn to walk and run and so much more. And when you return, older and wiser, we will have a celebration to mark your homecoming and coming of age both.
Will there be apples? Covered in syrup?
You really like those, don't you?
And how are you supposed to eat them? Rather than food, perhaps...
Perhaps what?
a flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a beautiful flower.
And that's the end of their tender moment. You saw it too?
So, what is your opinion?
What's my opinion? Hermes was one wish for the gentle days. He's a gentle soul, and yet I couldn't just say by this moment alone. Yeah, he's a gentle soul, and yet...
I understand. He is a gentle soul, and well-intentioned. Yet it does not take ill intent to beget ill. We must consider the possibility that something may have gone awry. Perhaps it was oversight, or simply an accident. In light of this, I propose that we reveal your tale to Hermes himself.
Do we know where he is?
If he does not wish for the final days, as we believe, he may well join us in pursuing a solution.
Well, let's hope you're right.
Then it is settled. Let us seek out our friend with all swiftness. 'Twould not do to let such a pure soul be blackened by tragedy.
And so away we go. Oh, we've flown back over here. There are any number of places where Hermes might be in Elpis. So where do we start looking? But we could do worse than to look in Kitsis Hyperborea, the largest facility. It stands in Ethos Selecticos Boreas, the Northern Isle. I wonder, Rika, for an institution which claims to studiously research every species destined for release into the world, did you not question how they find room for them on so few islands? The answer lies within Kitsis itself. I touched upon the practice before back at the archives, where a vast area is stitched together out of multiple conceptual spaces. The same holds true for the interior of this facility and its magically constructed environs. 'Tis there, within those sprawling habitats, that the chief overseer and most of Elpis' observers conducted the bulk of their work. Come, the simplest route is via the teleporter north of Poetan Icos. Alright, back to Yogurt Land. And so, well, look at all these side quests that popped up, including 2 more Aether Current quests. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have a lot to look forward to. Yeah, that is a lot of them. And so our teleporter is gonna be right over here. This appears to be the teleporter Vanad told you about. Motes of light yet hang in the air, suggesting the device was but recently activated. Do it. Alright, so yeah, we have another different island, and obviously there's going to be one over there, and there might be even one over here. Yeah, there are lots of islands for us to use. Alright, Fana.
Ah, good. The teleporter acknowledged you as my guest. You should now have the authority to use it as you wish. As for the way to Kitsis Hyperborea, we follow this path and turn left at the crossroads.
Alright, in the meantime, yeah, let's pick up the Aether Currents while we're here. Yeah, in fact, it seems like we'll be coming across one right over there. So let's go ahead and attune. And then is there another over here? There is, but it's literally at the far opposite end. Wow. Is that the last one? It is literally the last one. So, somewhere around here, on one of these 2 islands, is where the last Aether Currents is in the field. I'll obviously have to find that off camera. Alright, Fana. This place looks big. And we're gonna go on inside, apparently.
Here we are, the grandest research facility in Elpis. We should head inside and ask after Hermes' whereabouts.
Hermes is at another facility, as we've just discovered. Ah, who goes there? Ah, it's you two. Hi. We meet again.
Furthermore, that we've confirmed that his studies into Dynamis, as well as his creation of Meteon, were entirely private pursuits.
Which I'm guessing is forbidden under your laws?
No one else we spoke with appeared to possess the chief's depth of knowledge on the subject, and neither did we hear any tales of stolen research. Which means that if Hermes himself harbors no desire to bring down an apocalypse, then he might be recruited to help prevent one. Or so saith the illustrious Emmett Silk.
Yeah, look at him like, really? According to your story, the 14 divined the connection between the celestial currents in the final days, but were never able to pinpoint the root cause of the calamity. With our people's greatest minds, not to mention Hythlodaeus' sharp eyes, committed to the pursuit of a solution, such an outcome seems inconceivable. Yeah, hi there. Yeah, never... what's that line from The Princess Bride? Never go against a Sicilian when death is on the line! The only possible explanation is if the nature of the catalyst was so inexplicable that even we failed to perceive it. And what better fits that description than the invisible, intangible Dynamis? Which in turn leads us to our next question. How did Hermes, in his role as friend Daniel, not recognize the subject of his own research? So he has accepted the role then? We must assume that he either knew and was unable to help, or that he was otherwise prevented from identifying the cause in the first place. At this juncture, all we can do is speculate. To be clear, the Convocation does not tolerate acts of deception or malice. We are practiced at perceiving truth and would have known had Van Daniel lied to us. Hermes has no conscious wish for the world to end, of that I am certain. It seems there's more to the tale after all. Yeah, and it couldn't have come at a better time. We conduct an investigation of our own, you see. So let's tell you all about it. How comforting. We seem to have reached the exact same conclusion. I see no reason to delay further. 'Tis time we brought Hermes into the fold, as it were. Thank you for understanding or saying nothing, but yeah, we finally crack this guy. Save your thanks. I did not say I believed your ridiculous story. But as Emmett Salk, I have a duty to examine any potential threat to our existence, no matter how ludicrous or personally offensive I may find it. Alright then, but we'll take our 495,000 experience points and 1,025 gil. Yeah, you have a little snicker there, Hythlodaeus. Alright, so now that we're all together, it's time for us to pass on the continuation of the main story over to Hythlodaeus in order to take on the next level 87 main story quest entitled Hunger in the Garden. Hythlodaeus is eager to find Hermes. I think the time for a leisurely exploration is past. If I might have a moment to adjust my vision. Alright. There he is, or the next style over. Meteon is with him. Hermes appears to be in the midst of an observational study, but I suggest we hurry over before they venture elsewhere. Head straight down the path. We can teleport to Misoposis Euros from the device at the bottom of the slope. Alright. Geez, these places have such fancy names. Alright, go. So heading on down the slope and hang on over to the opposite side, where we can reveal more of the map. Alright, let's go. And so over here... Hello there. They are close by within the Hungering Gardens. That will be the circular enclosure you see just up ahead. Well then, Rika, make yourself useful and bring Hermes out here to us. If I were to go, he would assume I was only there to press him on the Van Daniel matter. Of all of us present, you stand the best chance of convincing him to put aside his work for the moment. But the creations in there are not exactly... Then again, perhaps Rika can handle them. She did survive a bout with Fanar after all. Oh, she told you about that? Off you go to find Hermes, but do be prepared to come to blows with the garden's denizens. If that's how it has to be. Are there any Aether Currents over... Oh, no, wait a minute. That's already been established that there's only one left and it's nowhere near here. So, heading on up to the gardens where... Ooh, the first thing we see... Botanical abominations bear down upon you with ravenous intent. We need my chocobo right away. Yeah, look out! Look out, my little chocobo! Oh, and very much look out for that putrid breath. And you're coming back with some more. We put you down. You're down, you're wasted. Now let's take out your little friend, too. Yeah, it would be in our best interest to stay out of the sand. Yeah, the moment you step foot in, it's very much a dangerous situation. See what I mean? We're not even standing on the sand and we're already in danger. Oh, but it looks like you're gonna chase me. And that one's just doing its own thing. Yeah, surprise! Rika, what are you doing here? I thought you were keeping Athlodius and Heavensward company. We were, but we were trying to find you. An important matter, and unrelated to my decision on Find Daniel, you say? Then yes, I will come as soon as my work here is finished. It will not be long, I promise, but you really should wait outside the garden with the others. This is no place for idle exploration. Alright. Well, admittedly, you do have a point there. So, around the corner then. And we'll get back to our trio. And then around the corner, head on back. So yeah, that didn't take long at all. Alright, we're back. You spoke with Hermes then? And were briefly entangled with the denizens of the Hungry Gardens as well. I see, or should I say, smell. I cannot speak for certain Convocation members, but I for one am impressed with your fortitude. Well done indeed. Now that you're convinced Hermes to confer with us, let us pray that things will soon take a turn for the better. For as fascinating as it would be to meet the emissary who would recreate Amarat in the depths of the ocean, I think it best for all concerned if such tragic events never came to pass. Be it in our future or your past, assuming yours is not truly written in stone, naive hope that it is. So let's take our experience and 856 skill. And then, Emmett Selk, it's over to you for the next level 87 main story quest entitled Words Without Sound. Emmett Selk seems content to stay where he is. Hermes said he would not be long, yes? Then we shall wait here until he emerges. And so we shall. So as time rages on, the two have emerged from the gardens. Hello there.
My apologies for keeping you waiting. I understand there is a matter you wish to discuss.
Aye. A matter of the utmost gravity. If one can suspend disbelief. Go on then. Tell him what you told us. Who you are and why you came.
Is this really necessary? But if I have to. Because yeah, I've already blabbed to the three of you, so I need to tell you something there, Mr. Hermes.
The final days.
The phenomena observed during these star-encompassing calamities is likely the product of a dynamis reaction. And none is more versed in the applications of this energy than you, Hermes. I must stress that we do not believe you would desire such destruction. We come not to lodge accusations, but to beg your wisdom. And so, distressing though the exercise may be, I ask that you share with us your opinion on the matter, on the assumption that our visitor's tale is true.
Even you, Vana.
We have to be sure.
As you say, the phenomena observed in the two calamities may both be attributed to Dynamis. Of note is the difference in its effect. In the first final days, it warped creation magics. In the second, it warped the people themselves. The key variable, I suspect, is the etheric density of the men of each age. As you know, Aether, in essence, negates Dynamis. Harboring high concentrations of Aether, we ancients cannot readily manipulate Dynamis, nor be manipulated by it. Therefore, rather than ourselves, the calamity affected our magics. In contrast, having been sundered, the people of the future are composed of but a fraction of our Aether. Thus are they susceptible to the influence of Dynamis and its transformative potential. But that would explain only the mechanism, not the cause. Though perhaps...
Oh, music's going
What
away.
is it? Even should it be a hypothesis, we would hear it.
Dynamis is an energy put in motion by feelings. Feelings for which there must first exist a source. The source to which the victims must be attuned. One that harbors the selfsame negative emotions. Elsewise, it could not be the agent of such extreme change.
So it wasn't the stagnation of the celestial currents.
What was it?
Someone, or something, is instigating the star's demise.
But what is it?
So, we've a villain on our hands after all. Any idea who or what it could be?
Yeah, where do we even begin with that? What are you looking at me for?
Celestial currents comprise the outermost layer of the star's ether, encasing it like a protective sphere. According to your tale, it was where the currents were weakest that the phenomena first manifested. If the inciting factor came from without Aetheris, then its effects would first be seen in those locations.
Yeah, we're all shocked right now. So what does this mean?
Greetings. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Medion, we can hear you.
Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm.
Uh-oh.
I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, know your thoughts.
Is Medion being possessed?
May we please be friends?
Yeah, because that's not the way she usually talks.
Meteon. What is it?
Executing scheduled task, suspending individual self and connecting to shared consciousness. Connection established. Commencing status report.
What did she find? Oh no! Oh no!
It hurts, it hurts. It hurts.
Yeah, and I'm bearing her pain.
So hot, so cold, so sad. I don't understand. Make it stop. Please, make it stop.
Yeah, I agree.
Steady, Meteon. Steady.
So scared, so lonely. The pain, it's too much.
I'm feeling what she feels.
Why? Why do we? They hurt.
Oh god, her eyes are rolling in the back of her head. She's crying blood.
This is wrong! All wrong!
Oh my god, she's gone.
Gone? But how?
Did I just go with her?
She has altered her etheric density in order to blend in with her surroundings, an ability for avoiding confrontation.
Most effective. Frustratingly so. I can't see her either. Not even a trace.
I disappeared too. No. Oh no, I'm still there. I'm still there.
Jesus. This is wrong. My mistake. So please.
Are you alright?
No. This is what happened.
In your mind? No. We only heard her speak the instant before she vanished.
Of course. When communicating without words, Meteon also employs dynamis. That would explain why you were able to hear her, and we could not.
Then you are our best chance of finding her. Follow her voice and try to track her down.
Oh, jeez. Alright.
Hindered though we may be, let us split up and search as well.
Yeah, let's have at it. So yeah, off go the grown-ups. And that was just the start of the quest. Damn. And that would explain the music that's playing right now. Suspicious disturbance. You calm your mind, your senses questing for any hint of Meteon's presence. Yeah, trying to dial in. But you fail to hear her voice. She must be elsewhere. Keep going. Yeah, and I thought that Graha Tia's brain rape was bad. Maybe we need to go lower. Take 2.
It seeps into my mind. All voices reporting. No, no, we mustn't hear them. I have to run, to hide.
Meteon's anguished voice grows distant at the source. She seems to flee down the slope. Continuing our descent. And now we gotta search below. Any place that she could possibly be. If we get to a little higher ground, we can find something. Or it could very well be hiding behind a rock, for all we know. That has happened before on many occasions. Oh, we got something. Yeah, go Rika, go! Well, that's quite a way to describe it. Attempt number 3. Takes us into cutscene. Still trying to listen.
Greetings and salutations.
Who goes there? Oh, hi, Meteon. Although, you're obviously not the same.
Commencing reports.
Again?
Oh no, we can't tell them that. We must run. Run far away.
I am in so much trouble. Or more she is. She disappeared again.
Please, don't follow me.
We have to. Meteon's anguished voice fades as you sense her climbing to the top of the ridge. Yeah, this time we gotta break out the motorcycle. Yeah, we gotta pull ourselves out. And go past by the very, very tiny Medusa head. Yeah, and it's not exactly Castlevania, is it? And we'll try to avoid those things as we reveal more of the map. Yeah, look how far around we have to go. Now we can get to higher ground. Time for another suspicious disturbance. Keep listening there, Rika. You strain to catch even the faintest whisper, but fail to hear Medion's voice. She must be elsewhere. Go. Yeah, this really is the appropriate suspenseful music that we need for a situation like this. Now over here behind this tree. I think this is attempt number 5 or 6.
How? How did it come to this? Is this the reason we travel to the stars? Why we sought out other life forms? Is this it? Is this the answer? No! It cannot be! It cannot be!
Medion's anguished voice drifts away to the south. We're still chasing. Go. Yeah, it's a relentless and long and arduous pursuit here. We're basically covering the entire island and then some. Now into this area to search. There's a spot right over there on the path. Let's avoid whatever that thing is. Now check out this area. Can't hear her. Alright, keep going. Keep looking. Oh, there's another one over here. Yeah, we finally found Letha. Meanwhile, we gotta keep listening. So as we continue to try and search for her.
Compiling report for dissemination to herpes.
Oh my god, I can't believe I said that. Yep. Go ahead, put your laughter in here. It's because the word people is in this text bubble. Yeah. Anyway, let's try that again.
Compiling report for dissemination to Hermes and all peoples of Ethris.
We meet again.
Processing expedition data. Preparing profiles on intelligent civilizations. Formulating answers to the question. Finalizing reports. No, Rika! You mustn't listen!
Oh, she keeps going away. You gotta stop this.
It's wrong. It's all wrong.
Her anger's voice flees towards the lake now. Meanwhile, hi guys. Any sign of Meteon? Yeah, she keeps disappearing all the time. Panicked and confused, which will make it all the more difficult to predict her movements.
Hermes, what do you make of this situation?
The Meteor are linked to a single mind, a shared consciousness which connects them across any distance. I suspect something has happened which disrupted its usual harmony.
How might we access this shared consciousness of theirs?
Much as you would approach any sentient being, directly. In the Meteor's case, that means speaking to any incarnation within physical reach. Unfortunately, the one we know, it keeps vanishing.
So unless we can track down the Meteor we just lost, we have no means to communicate with them. No way of knowing what befell her sisters. No way to provide directions or guidance.
And so, then we had best set our musings aside and concentrate on how we might find her. Yeah, we have our eyes set on Hermes right now. Yeah, he's really in a bad way right now. He's really in distress. I mean, it's his creation out there. Hermes.
My dear Meteon, what did you witness out there that frightened you so? Why do you seek to keep it from us? How terrible could it possibly be?
We'll only find out after taking the experience in 1109 Gil. Then we gotta pass things over to Hythlodius. Let's go ahead and take on our next level 87 main story quest entitled Follow, Wander, Stumble, Listen. Hythlodius has a suggestion.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Meteon renders herself invisible by matching her etheric density to that of her surroundings, does she not? If so, then could we not disrupt her concealment with the synthetic ether? How Emmet Silk solidified your presence when we first met you?
Don't be absurd. I can hardly channel ether to a recipient whose whereabouts are hidden from me.
Which is why we almost work together. Rika will continue the search in the same manner as before, but this time with you in tow. Once she ascertains Meteon's likely location, you proceed to reveal our wayward familiar with a swift ethereal downpour. Very clever, and thankfully she has made herself easier to capture by fleeing towards Lether. Assuming she is made visible, it should prove no great feat to herd her into a corner. Then we have our plan. Rika and Emmet Silk will be our tracker and trapper respectively, while we others predict and obstruct Meteon's avenues of escape. Emmet Silk and I will keep an eye on each other for ether to help coordinate our efforts. Let us be about it.
Well, it seems we are partners for the time being. Let us return to where we last saw Meteon and pick up the trail from there. I will keep myself in a state of preparedness, ready to rain down ether at a moment's notice, meaning it falls to you to keep the way clear. Emmet Silk is now accompanying you. Alright. Then, it's not that far to come over here. But of course, we don't know if this is the right spot or not. Let's have a look at spot number 1. You calm your mind, your senses questing for any hint of Meteon's presence. Which means we gotta do this thing again.
Why can't I fly? Are my functions being restricted? Hide! Yes! I'll just have to hide then, where no one can find me.
Meteon's anguished voice heads towards the water's edge.
She went into the lake,
as if this wasn't tiresome enough. Well, at least that open expanse should make her easier to find. We won't lose her this time. Alright, go. Yeah, I guess I should ask at this point, how averse are Ascians to bathing? Yeah, how much of a priority do you place on personal hygiene? As we run across and see this spot wide out in the open. Let's hope this is right. As we're both getting soakers. Yeah, we're right out in the middle of the lake. Let's have a look around. Where are you, Meteon? You have people that are worried sick about you.
Not here. I'm not here. Please.
Oh, have we fixed on the spot? Yeah, Emmet, behind you. By that rock is she. Very well. Do your fancy finger snap. Poof, she appears.
What? Why can't I hide?
Because we're trying to save you, young lady. Yeah, there's no need to run, Medion, or we'll hear your report good or bad. But she probably will only tell the report to Hermes, so just tell her that there's no need to run. Yeah, you can trust us.
Rika, what are you saying? Everything is so faint. I'm sorry. I'm not strong enough. Stay away, I'm begging you. Don't make me say it. It will break him. His poor, fragile heart.
You know, you're trying to stay away from Hermes above all else. And now she really is running on foot.
Now we have a chance. Once the others are in position, the two of us can herd her into their midst.
Alright. So, keep on going. We don't have time to deal with fighting fish. Yeah. Hey, Emmett, maybe you can tell me whose idea for concept that was. Or about the incident going on in the middle of that fate. Are we gonna have to wander right into it? Because, yeah, I know I'm 89, but we would not be synced down. And it turns out we need to get to higher ground. So get on out of the lake. And then round the corner. Yeah, you really have to do something about these feral creatures there, Emmett. Ugh. I mean, hey, if we're lucky, they might be drawing us right to where the destination is. But it turns out not so. Still gotta keep looking. Okay, we see the spot from high ground. Oh, found it! Found it! Meanwhile, we could have also gone over here and wasted time by speaking with Emmett, so yeah, sure. Emmett, tell us about the teleporter.
Is this teleporter not in use? It just seems to have been left at the mercy of the elements. Either way, it bears no trace of Meteor's essence. We move on.
Now let's get over to here. Yeah, no longer listening, but now looking. So as we continue the search. There, I see her. Oh, yeah, she's not using the transporter, she's running right by it. Which means we gotta keep running. Yeah, we gotta keep on running over and over again. Yeah, hopefully the other three are in position where they can now start to cut her off. Because this has been a wild goose chase to end all wild goose chases. I think I saw the target points as we were going up and over. No, apparently I did not. Yeah, it's just me hoping. But we do have a spot over here at the dock. I guess it could be a boardwalk of sorts, too. Yeah, don't mind my chocobo there, Emmett. Did we find her? Yes, she is running along the boardwalk. As fast as her legs can carry her. Yeah, she's trying to get down to the other end. Meanwhile...
Aha!
Oh, you've got a solution?
Give chase. We shall herd her into the shelter.
Alright. Do your fancy finger snap. Yeah, I guess you don't want to keep running anymore, so you'll just use a mount. Medion's still running. And she's about to get cut off. Yeah, slow down, young lady. Yeah, look into my eyes. And here I come from behind. So now that's the only option she's got left. Yeah, she did, but he did say herd her into the shelter, so... As she runs towards it, here's the other cutoff. Provided by 3 people.
Please, Mission. We must speak.
Yeah, we must. Oh, you know that song too, Bubba? Come on, Medion. You gotta come out and say it. Oh, she's crying.
I'm sorry, Hermes. I'm so sorry.
You know, we're still hearing her telepathically.
If someone can hear these words, then please.
Don't lose your mind again.
Please protect them. Protect them all. Individual self-suspended. Connection with shared consciousness stable.
That's gonna get creepy again.
Our survey is complete. We shall now report our findings.
How bad will this be?
All units safely arrived at their respective destinations. Seeking answers to Hermes' question, we attempted to make contact with the intelligent denizens of each star. Results are as follows, in order of numerical code.
Oh, this could take a while.
Enna. Traces of civilization found. Structures believed to have served as domiciles. No extant life forms detected. Dio. Ruined remnants of buildings scattered across star, surface of which is encased in ice. Presence of life could not be verified. Tria. Evidence of large population centers, akin to cities recovered. No extant life forms found, only their lingering essence.
So they ended up stumbling upon a bunch of worlds that had their own various apocalypses.
Tessera. Edifices surmised to be abandoned residences found. No extant life forms detected. Deadly plague or extreme environmental degradation likely to have led to mass extinction.
They are all dead.
Apparently so.
Octo. Star found in state of violent conflict. Contact successfully made with inhabitants, but deployment of weapons of mass destruction resulted in total annihilation of local population shortly thereafter.
Damn.
Inea. Star is a barren desert. No identifiable flora found. Bones of living beings resembling men discovered beneath sands, but determination regarding their intelligence inconclusive.
Remind me, Hermes, what exactly was the question you entrusted to Meteon?
Yeah, well, it was obviously for the hope of something positive, but with what we're seeing, not so.
I tasked her with asking what others live for. What gives their lives meaning.
Did you consider what may happen if the premise of the question is flawed?
Clearly not.
To be able to answer it, one must be living and desire to continue doing so. But if Meteon finds no living beings in the course of her journey, or none who desire to live, what then? What answers would she derive from their silence?
Maybe you're not cut out to be a Fandaniel after all.
Meteon, enough. Suspend your mission and return hither at once.
I think only Hermes can give that order.
Decapente.
Yeah, she's still
Local
going.
civilization once flourished under auspices of higher power. Said power later laid waste to civilization in fit of rage. Upon revealing this to me, entity elected to self-terminate in lieu of providing answer to question. No other intelligent life forms found.
Turning a deaf ear, are we? We are taking Meteon back to Amarot. As I understand, we will need her if we are to bring back all of her sisters.
Yes.
Yeah, something is clearly wrong.
Meteon.
Can she even speak with Hermes now? Or is she that far gone? Yeah, I think he's just realized it. Yeah, you can forget about that smile.
Is it? It isn't right to turn away from the answer. Even if the answer is pain. Even if we aberrations must scream ourselves hoarse to be heard.
She's out like a light.
Aye. Whatever answers we find, I will not dismiss them out of hand. These words I said to you, and I will hold myself to them.
So what do we do? What the? Please, what are you doing there, man? Oh, what the heck is this?
What is the meaning of this?
Yeah, what is the meaning of this?
You cannot take Meteon. Not until she has finished her report.
I think we get the gist of it by now.
All else must wait.
Yeah, the dude is snapped. And away he goes, off into the heavens. Taking Meteon along for the ride.
You fool!
Yeah, now say it like Gilbert Gottfried. Yeah, this could not have happened at a worse time. Emmett, we're back to you. Why, Hermes? Why could you not leave well enough alone? Will these answers assuage the pain you feel when a creation is returned to Aether? Had you never cast your cursed question to the distant stars, you may have one day learned to be at peace upon this one. And as a result of this heartbreak, we're taking our experience in 1109 Gil. And then, yeah, I think we're getting to the point where we are about to have a significant moment after the significant moment. So let's speak with Helodius. Yeah, he's Helodius to me now. Let's speak with Helodius to take on this quest that I just skipped right through unintentionally. Hermes is headed to Kyssis. Considering the expansive dimensions of the place, even we may have a difficult time locating this Aether. All I can say is that he entered from the rooftop and likely arrived at the uppermost points in the vicinity. So, do we pursue him? Of course we pursue him. No matter what Hermes might be thinking, Meteon is a potential threat that needs to be brought under our control. The Convocation's duty is to safeguard this star and takes precedence over any personal stake in the matter. Vanar, Rika.
'Tis clear we stand on a precipice, but we've yet to determine beyond a shadow of a doubt that Meteons is the hand which tips us over the edge. Nevertheless, if we are to learn the truth of the final days, we must give chase, and if neither Hermes nor Meteon is ultimately responsible, we cannot leave them to suffer this torment alone. Agreed on all counts. To Kitsis Hyperborea we go. And so let's hurry. Alright, so this is where we ended up then. Let's get to Vana. We'll move our way to over here, and then we will make our way back to the place. As everyone is waiting for us. Oh. No! Judging from the crowd, something is afoot. Yeah, it's not just other players. Yeah, there's quite a kerfuffle going on. What have we here? Excuse me, has something happened inside Kitsis? Mistress Vana, I'm so glad you're here! No one knows what prompted it, but the alarm was sounded and Kitsis put into a state of alert. Procedure dictated that we evacuate immediately, and we have yet to investigate further. This is Hermes doing, obviously. And what does this state of alert entail exactly? A field of dampening magic is draped over the entire facility, usually in response to escaped entities and the like. Kitsis scholars and observers are unaffected, and everything and everyone else weakened to a fraction of their usual capabilities. Then consider us forewarned. We do, however, have urgent business with Chief Hermes and must enter the premises regardless. Did he lock the door, though? Yeah, what's on your mind? That said, if Hermes is willing to enact such measures, I wonder what other obstacles he has seen fit to drop in our path. With that enfeebling spell in place, we're like not to be at our fighting best. And I was hardly an effective combatant to begin with. I have little to offer beyond my ethereal vision. Then you will put that talent of yours to good use. You are fairly skilled at spotting weaknesses, if I recall. Fairly skilled? Now you've gone and raised everyone's expectations. You'll all need only to make the most of your strengths, and I will fill in the gaps as required. And as for me, I was once as them, after all. 'Twas my job to rise to the occasion, be that as defender, aggressor, or healer. I feel better about my lack of prowess already. As you, Emetsilk, can impress us with your arcane majesty. You lob potent spells as easily as breathing, but can also channel that power in a protective manner if you so choose, yes? Yes, should the situation call for it. Excellent, that should cover us on all fronts. Why am I being dragged into this? He's been dragged into so much. Your tale led us here, Rika, so 'tis only right that you lead us now. No matter what lies ahead, we will win through to Hermes and Meteon. And then we will face the future together. Whatever we have to do, there, Vana. So yeah, let's pan up and look at exactly what we're getting ourselves into. And pan up even higher to see how big this place is. The 4th dungeon, Kitsis Hyperborea, is now available. But we're gonna cliffhang this. So the quest is called Caging the Messenger, but yeah, we're gonna cliffhang this for tonight. We've already been at this for quite some time, so I think it's only fair that we get some rest and prepare ourselves for what is surely going to be a very dangerous challenge. Knowing that we have a creature that is losing her mind,
And a guy who is so desperate to protect her, he's willing to do whatever it takes. And so, that's exactly what we'll do. But it will not be tomorrow, because of the fact that maintenance was announced over the weekend, and it is scheduled for 9 p.m. tomorrow night, Eastern Time. So since that would conflict with my usual schedule for streaming this game, I'm going to take tomorrow night off. And then, back here on Tuesday, we will be returning here on Twitch, and we will go and make our way inside Kitsis Hyperborea and see if we can't save either or both of those two. And so, I'll hope to see you on Tuesday night when we resume with Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker live here on Twitch. So, with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching tonight, and I will see you guys back here on Tuesday for Endwalker's 4th dungeon, and it will certainly be an emotional roller coaster to say the least. So, thank you very much everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, may you ever walk in the light of the crystal.